Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
I'm here for Peter.
Sorry, Lil. No Peter Parker this week. I think that's what she's talking about. All right, kids. Welcome back to another end of the month episode. Hell, this is the end of the year episode for Ultimate Spider Cast. I am Phil, and of course, since it's the end of the month, joining me as always. Now let's switch it up. All right. Former king of podcasts, now addicted to the Marvel Snap. It is Ray.
Ho, ho, ho. Now I have a machine gun.
Oh, nice. Coming to you straight from the Nakatomi Plaza Christmas party. It is great. And Mr. Signal Doom himself, it is Dave.
Hello, listeners. We're back. We're better than ever. Hey, am I even uncensored? When you talk about uncensored podcasts, am I even uncensored? I thought I would be censored.
Hard to censor you, Dave.
Yeah, I was like, wow, gee, the editors must be kind. That's good.
I stay uncensored. Oh, wait, I was going to say Ray has the Marvel Snap addiction. Coming, Mr. I have a Marlene addiction. It is Dave.
Oh yeah, Marlene. She's on my mind. Marlene on my mind, basically, all day long. All night long.
Now he's just waiting for February for that Madam Web movie.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Dave, there's a movie that she's out in right now, like Much Ado or something. Do you know that, Phil? You like it, Dave? It's like a classic retelling of a old, I think, Shakespeare play, Much Ado About Nothing.
Yeah.
What's someone from Madam Web or?
Yeah, Sydney Sweeney, Dave's favorite, and she's the main actor in it. And the big billboard poster, Dave, she's in a swimsuit. I would have thought that you would have jumped at that.
I've not even heard about this, man. It's only coming to my attention now.
Let me find it.
They, all I can say is
anyone
Madam
but you.
Web.
Is that what you're talking about, Ray? Anyone but you?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. Anyone but you.
There you go.
Oh yeah, she's in a bikini, Ray.
Send that over to Dave. He'd love the trailer.
Just on top of that right now. Anyone but you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know if I've even seen her in anything ever, but she's enchanting, and she's given Madam Web a whole new lease of life, is all I can say.
Well, among other things, hey, Dave.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
I don't know if it's the same down there, but it's saying in theaters December 22nd. So
it's already out here. Well, we got it early.
Yeah.
Oh
wow. I mean, it looks like something I'd never watch in my life, but seeing she's in it, I probably will give it a go. It looks like a rom-com of sorts or something.
Yeah, it is. It's something like that. But you know, I'm sure you'll watch it, Dave.
I probably will. And I can even pretend that, like, oh, check this out. It's a great rom-com. Yeah, and I'll be like, yeah, check it out. And then I'll be like, check it out.
I mean, as I'm sure Dave knows, she does have nude scenes out. Yes.
You're the one who alerted me to it, man. And that is what made me... I feel like I'm the only person in the world who's looking forward to Madam Web. And
I'm looking forward to it as well. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I just hope they go as hardcore as I want, but we'll see. We'll see.
For once, Dave hopes the sound does go out in the theater.
Imagine if I don't know, I just had this crazy thought. Imagine if the villain in it is Dr. Doom. They could mix up the the universes or whatever. Like
that'd be good.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Why not? Well, I think Disney's saving Doom because that's the big thing is like if Jonathan Majors gets too hot for them, they're just going to change directions from Kang and go right to Doom. I heard.
Yeah, so. I heard that's a big possibility that they can actually just snuff Kang and just introduce Dr. Doom and that's
it. Ignore him and Doom. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, Dr. Doom's a lot cooler than Kang, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd prefer that actually. I don't see Kang doing much. So, I mean, I'm sorry to say, I know he's a classic villain, but after Thanos, yeah, Doctor Doom all the way.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
please,
that'd be-
the world's #1 college dropout. Yeah, Dr. Doom.
exactly. Face defigured in a laboratory accident, I believe. Warned by Reed
Genius.
Richards.
Super genius.
Yeah, genius. Huge pal of my favorite, Silver Sable. They're like buddies from way back. Those two.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Ray likes her too. Yeah.
They have an
Silver
they have
Sable's
an
great.
annual dinner, etc. He helped her out against the Nazis or a family or something. It's
There's some sort of there's some sort of like Simcaria and Latveria kind
it's
of.
fucking great, and they have an annual dinner, and I mean, I could just watch movies about that kind of stuff, like.
Oh my.
Oh, well, maybe she knows the man behind the mask,
Maybe. I mean, maybe things get hot and heated, after a few
So they do.
wines. After
Silver Sable and the Wild Pack.
Wild
come
Pack.
on.
Dr. Doom sipping the wine through a straw because he's got the mask on.
There's a really funny issue of Savage Avengers where Conan meets Dr. Doom, actually. And Conan says something to, why do you wear a mask? And he alludes to something that he's got, like a scar. He goes, so you are vain. That's what Conan says to him, something like that. But it's actually a really good issue. The two of them sort of across a table.
Wow.
I think Dr. Doom's a really interesting character, and he certainly hasn't been explored in any of the Fantastic Four movies or anything.
Oh no,
and
we've yet to get a definitive version of Doom. Barring some animated series and stuff.
Sure,
a live action. He's not being done well.
The thing with him is, when I was growing up, he was always around, in the really primitive early cartoons, and he was very much just a villain shaking his fist. But then as you get a bit older and you read some of the stuff, you're like, oh, this is actually kind of a complex villain.
Yeah. Oh, the best Doom is in the comics for sure. Absolutely.
100%. Yeah.
I mean, basically the archetype for Darth Vader.
That's a good point. That's a very good point, Phil. Wow, I never put that together. Wow, Phil's just blown me away.
Yeah, think about it. Think about it. Yeah.
Exactly. It'd be cool if Doom could force choke people. That'd be awesome.
I mean, he knows magic and stuff. Why not?
Yeah, he does. That's true.
Magic and science.
That's right.
Yeah. Either a spell or some kind of robot. He can choke people from a distance.
Oh, that's what I loved as a kid. The Doom bots. They're cool. I love Dr. Doom. I'm all for Dr. Doom.
Do you think Doom would have choked David Carradine, or just?
Whoa!
Well, I mean, it was tie hookers. There was all sorts of stuff going on in that hotel room. Maybe Dr. Doom made an appearance. David Carradine, he held his hand out to me for me to kiss the ring, and I was like, I'm really not going to bring myself to kiss this guy's ring. So I just shook his hand, his fingers, and I was just like, this is a low moment in my life.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe he thought it was Dr. Doom. Far out. We don't know.
He was on his own trip, that guy. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Big jump.
All right, before we get to the issues, I just want to say, how often do we get to say this? Dave was right. I did read that new Punisher series, that issue 1. It is good. I liked it. So
there you go, yeah.
Nice.
Hey, we say Dave is right a lot. I say it a lot. I go, Dave is right.
Well, I know you say it a lot, but I say it a lot.
It is good, isn't it? And I agree. And I totally agree with you that, who cares? It mirrors Frank Castle stuff, but just as an issue itself, I thought it was really, it's excellent, isn't it? A good crime story. I
don't know if they did that just because his backstory is similar to Frank Castle, where his wife and children get killed and stuff. It's just, did they want the Punisher without all the baggage, because all the stuff that's happened to him over the years, the angel stuff,
Oh, come on. Surely Frank's going to come back,
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, he will come back.
He will eventually.
I think for a while they wanted a fresh Punisher with all the baggage.
Well, I'm going to read it. I was really impressed. I'm going to continue reading. I do want to do a shout out. If anyone's interested, the new G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, the Larry Hammer.
I did read that too. Yeah, that is
fantastic.
Good. Yeah,
so
okay.
Good. Yeah,
I'm waiting to see where that goes with that.
Who does the art?
Weapon?
Is it modern art?
Yeah,
it's
it is.
Oh,
It's
Is it
It's a-
Mooney?
it-
Is it Mooneyham or something? Or
Yeah, it's something like that. I'll find out who does the art, but no, it's really good, Ray.
Mhm.
It's excellent. Like it's really cooking, actually.
Nice.
You got me really revved up about it, Phil, last time we spoke, and I went and checked it out. We did it on the show, and I was thoroughly impressed, and even Rich was impressed. You know,
Mm.
and he's a much tougher sell than me.
oh
You know,
my
always
god! And then
complaining about something.
they have other GI Joe stuff coming. Dave, as part of
Yeah.
that Energon universe, with like it's going to be connected to the Transformer stuff.
Yeah. They've
'Cause-
got
Yeah,
Duke.
'cause- yeah. The Duke miniseries is starting at the end of this month, and then there's a Cobra Commander one starting in
Oh, yeah.
January. Yeah,
I'm all over it.
but
Is
no,
there yeah, Chris Mooningham?
yeah.
Is there a main line as well as Duke and Cobra Commander? Is there also just a GI Joe book?
They haven't
as well?
announced it. No, the only other GI Joe book is the Larry Hama that's not connected.
Okay,
and,
they probably want to get Real American Hero out of the gate first, and
maybe yeah, but no, even issue 2 of Transformers, like Starscream attacks like this fighter jet, and like one of the two guys in it is Duke.
Really?
Yeah. There's
Wow.
kind of like a Duke Starscream fight.
Is this out yet?
Yeah. Issue 2 of Transformers came out like weeks ago. Yeah. Issue 3 is going to be coming here soon. Yeah.
Man, I'm hopping on board this train.
Yeah, there's like a Starscream Duke fight. Like Duke shoots Starscream in the face with like a flare gun and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. It's like midair. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
that's gonna be part of the theme of the Duke miniseries. It's like, oh yeah, we fought this giant alien robot, and everyone thinks he's nuts and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, right. I didn't realize this. Okay, that's cool. Whereas Ray, the Real American Hero is just by itself. It's a continuation of Larry Hama's like ongoing.
No.
Yeah, the Larry Hama. Yes.
Yeah. So
Nice.
that's cool. All right. I didn't realize those two things were out. I am a big Transformers fan, but I have never read many comics. But I think this is a perfect place to try to jump on.
The Transformers is perfect. Again, it's just like that Duke and Cobra Commander. It's all like it starts over at day one. You don't have to know anything that came before or anything.
Right.
So.
That's great. Yeah. It was so cool. 301, man. Like the stuff.
Oh yeah, I can't
Thor
wait
and
to see where they
Dr.
go with that chemical weapon thing. Yeah,
That's great. Yeah, it was fantastic. Like it really, Larry Hama just knocks it out of the park, and the artwork is really good. I thought it was really dramatic.
Can you imagine just keeping the quality up on like the same franchise for like 40 years or something?
Yeah, it's amazing. Like it's crazy. And I must admit, I didn't read ton of his IDW Real American Hero. I did read a lot of the stuff with Chuck Dixon and Larry did, but reading this makes me want to just keep on rolling in the old stuff as well.
Yeah, I didn't read a lot of that. I picked up a few IDW issues, but most of my reading with the Marvel stuff.
It's fantastic. I will say this: the stuff that Chuck did and Larry did a bit, and oh my god, I'm forgetting his name. The guy who did the Cobra miniseries, they're fantastic. There's a really high point around 2010 to about 2013 that's really good. Like it's modern, updated G.I. Joe, and it's fantastic. Before it fell off the cliff with that guy who hated America writing it. Remember that guy? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. That fucking flag burner. And then there he was writing G.I. Joe. I hate America. It's like, why are you writing G.I. Joe? Like, who gave you the keys to the castle?
Who's that guy?
I know. I've got him if you want him. Aubrey Citizen is his name.
Okay. No,
he's a clown. He's a clown from Clowntown.
Clowntown.
Can't say I know who that is. All right.
Yeah, anyway, whatever. He's in the past, man.
Yeah. All right, but I guess we should get to Scarlet Spider after 14 minutes. All right. Just by coincidence, because we've been going through this series in order. I mean, this time we're doing 12 and 12.1. Just by coincidence, 12 happens to be the Christmas issue.
Oh, Phil, I thought that was planned. I was reading it going,
my diabolical plan.
I was just going, you aligned it perfectly. No, you shouldn't have admitted it, Phil. You should have just kept it quiet. Because it is perfect. Yeah, it is a Christmas special. It's great.
So I don't know.
Sorry, I cut you off there.
Should I do a quick synopsis, or you guys just want to discuss this?
Yeah, just discuss it. Dave, what do you reckon?
Yeah, well, I feel like an idiot because I didn't even realize it was a Christmas episode. or a Christmas issue.
Yeah.
Did I read the right issue?
Maybe not, because it's blatantly
well-
Christmas.
The Man
there
in
are
the
a whole lot of,
Presidential Suite.
Yes.
yeah. There's a whole lot of
yeah,
Killer
okay.
Santas. Yeah.
Oh, there is too. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No. Well, I got
How
really
drunk were you, Dave?
I got really confused, but no, I will. Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at it now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, this is an excellent issue, and this is so much better than the previous stuff with the microverse. Which we'll always have to forget. But no, that's right. Yeah, these sounders coming in. No, I thought this issue, 12 and 12.1 were very strong and a real return to form for this series. And can I say, I'm still amazed. This just shows me that a good team can uplift any basically character. This could have sucked, Kaine, blah, blah, blah. Like, none of it's exciting to me. But no, this is fantastic. And what I find so amazing is it finds him really reflective of how he used to be.
Yeah.
With all the violence and stuff and the killing as well. And can I also say the artwork, and I'm looking at the page here where he says, anyone else wants some Christmas spirit? I need this Marvel Legends figure. Is there a Marvel Legends figure with this costume for this character?
Yeah.
Because I need it.
Yeah, it's an old one, I think. But yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with you, Dave. I really enjoyed this. I enjoyed both of them. I probably enjoyed 12 a bit more than 12.1 because I just love the festive theme. Just kind of like a one and done as well. And we've had them before in the Incredible Hulk, in Punisher. These Christmas specials with Killer Santas, and it was just fun. And I think again, Yost on point with what you say, Dave. With Kaine's character, I just think it's so really well kind of developed and reiterated throughout the issues, and just him, like that opening with him drunk on 3 beers, not wanting to do anything, and just him not wanting to be a hero. I mean, it can potentially become annoying when a hero or anti-hero keeps on saying that, but I think he's just done really well. And because he's so different from Peter Parker, he's got the tattoo down the arm, he drinks, he curses. I love the $2 swear jar that Araceli says. That there's some nice humor as well in this, especially with his supporting cast. So really strong, and the premise was just it was just fun, and I thought it was a MVP has to go to Annabelle. Like, she had the foresight to say, look, there's more money if you want. It's a guy in the presidential suite, and she leads the guy straight to Kaine for an easy win. But it was just so fun. It was quick. The art was really good. Just really enjoyed it. So and 12.1 very much the same as well.
A perfect one done, Ray. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly.
Yeah, no, for sure. And to an extent as well, 12.1 as a one and done, because it does lead into, we see like some wolves later on. So, there's a little bit of a thread going through. But 12.1 was really good. Dave, I thought you would have lapped this up, because to me, this was, in a way, Scarlet Spider's version of like the Punisher, taking on like human trafficking, taking on like prostitution. This is really heavy stuff.
Well, this is the kind of thing that I think, like, if the cops won't do it, someone else will.
Yeah.
Or should. Yeah. And no, this was fantastic. And I totally agree with you. And he really rips into them, like, massively.
Well, he goes through all the gangs, like, in almost a week. He just goes through them just to find a name. Was it Tommy Malalanga or something?
The Asian guy with the one eye. And then how about I was so surprised when that guy just showed up and they just broke that guy's neck.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, wow. So is the big boss the Kingpin? Is that what?
He's muscled in, I think. So he's basically said he's going to take care of of Houston now.
I think this was the point. I don't know, Ray, if you remember, but I mean, the Kingpin was running the hand at one point. So I think
Okay. He's run it a few times, right? But there is you're right. There is a correlation between, Yeah, definitely the
Yeah,
two. And it was
because
good
the
to see.
hand were there, and that was great to see as well.
Yeah,
the
it was
hand
good to see the
turn up,
hand
you know?
too. They're always a bit scary. But
Yeah,
Kaine,
definitely.
stabbed, punched, he beats them all. It was funny to
So-
see Bruiser there as well.
Oh
Yeah, and he had the aim thing across
Yeah,
him.
the aim. Yeah.
So I've got a
yeah.
question. So when they were saying when he was finding the victims with the mark of Cain, it just so happened that the guy from their hand had the sort of burning hand.
Similar.
Okay, right.
I think he had a
Yeah.
similar power, but
Yeah,
it was
okay.
obviously triggering for Kaine because that's what he used to do, which was.
And did you see the part where Scarlet Spider was going to rip the guy's face off, and he had the thing as a claw, and he was about to do it, and then he goes, "Oh, but someone's already done it." So
Yeah.
he was, yeah.
Yeah, well, how about that? He cuts the guy's nose off. That was
Good.
pretty gruesome. But that was the only little bit I couldn't follow. Where did he get that kind of blade from? Like the guy attacks him with the knife, and when he busts into the brothel, and all of a sudden Kaine's got like a sharp blade. I didn't really understand that, but did you pick that up, Phil? Or
I'm
Did he
looking.
pick it up from somewhere? Because
I can
it's
see.
well, it was off. It was very quick between
I think he
panels.
caught
must
it.
have just.
I think he caught it, man.
yeah, I think
Because
also
okay.
the guy has two knives. So I don't know if he grabbed
the
one
guy
and-
goes
okay.
to swing at him, and then it goes schluck, and it looks like he's caught like what almost looks seriously like a batarang.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
he smashes the
Oh,
guy's face.
Come on, Phil,
so
stop it.
that's why it
Don't
doesn't
play.
compute with Ray. Okay,
Yeah, that's it. So
Ray's like, I
foreign.
reject
My
all
favorite
Bataray product.
Ray, I couldn't let the year end without that. Come on.
Yeah, and he does cut the guy's nose off,
My
which is
favorite
awesome.
character.
Yeah, his nose is quite graphic. The guy
It's
looks
awesome.
like Red Skull.
Yeah, man. Where are we on getting this guy on the show, Phil? Because we need to like bow down and
Like
say
I
yes.
said, this would be trick. Chris Yost. I mean, I'd love to
Yeah.
have him. It might be tricky because he is. I looked it up. He is on the West Coast, so he is 3 hours behind me. Even so,
that's
Well,
right.
I can make myself available because God knows I once stayed up for 3 a.m. for the mighty man Chuck Dixon after a Bon Jovi concert, and we went for 3 hours. So I had gas in
Wow.
the tank.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I've made some sacrifices before. I mean,
Yeah.
all gave some gave all.
now we just need Ray to do an all night Marvel Snap binge, which
Oh,
not
come on.
that difficult.
Come on. I got up at 4 a.m. to talk to Doug Mensch. That was and I had
Oh,
a
that's
heavy
fair enough.
cold, a huge cold. You can hear
Yeah.
it on the episode. So I thought that was a bit of a
But
an effort.
but Ray, you agree with me that like sometimes like for these people, you're prepared to, depending on the person, depending on how important they are. Like Doug Munch is massive in Moon Knight, yeah.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
and I mean obviously fantastic
Oh, you'd
career
go
in
there.
Batman and everything, He did Planet of the Apes.
He did.
Like Doug
Planet of
Munch
the
is one of those
Apes.
guys who's got
Yeah.
so much stuff,
Shang-Chi. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so he's got a lot, but he's got.
He does.
It'd
No,
be
he
hilarious if Ray brought up Moon Knight. He goes, I don't want to talk about that. Okay.
Exactly. What was that?
No Moon Knight questions. Have you had Chuck Dixon on your Into the Night thing?
No, I haven't.
Should
Well,
do that.
I'd like to, but like you've told me numerous times, he's forgot. He doesn't remember writing Moon Knight, so I don't know how much you can.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
Okay.
I think it's just no. Sorry, it's more like it's just one more character. He'll talk about all the mercenary stuff and everything.
Okay, yeah,
'Cause
that'd
I
be
asked
great.
him
Mark
about
Spector
it.
Moon Knight. Yeah,
I asked him about it. No, he remembers that he'll talk about how he was what do you say, inspired by Dogs of War. He loves he loved all the mercenary aspect because he was told by his editor to take out the multiple personality stuff.
That's been documented. Yeah, exactly.
I guess you don't need him now. I've just told you what he's going to say.
You told me, yeah. No, it'd be good to get Chuck on.
Yeah. Introduce him to your audience if they haven't had enough cross promotion from me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because I mean, it'd be interesting to talk to Chuck just because I know when we talked to DG Chichester, we talked about when they did that Dead Man's Hand crossover back in the 90s, like those two and Fabian with the set. Chichester said they sat down for a lunch and plotted out that whole thing over.
What
a
a trio! What a trio! Missy
That's
Aza, Chichester, and Dixon.
All on top of their powers, just cranked it out. Beautiful
They had
stuff.
Tombstone, if I'm not mistaken, as well.
Oh,
Phil.
yep.
That, yep.
Tombstone.
Fantastic.
And at Lil's favorite spot, Las Vegas. Yes.
Yes, with
Vegas,
Nomad, I think as well.
Viva Las
Yeah.
Vegas. No, great stuff. Yeah.
Speaking of Chichester, picking a Chichester, go pick up Daredevil Black Armor #1 and check out our interview with them all about it.
Yeah. I've got Black Armor. I haven't read it, so can't wait to read it. Looks good.
Oh, it was so good. And then he goes, "Oh, he's like, this is like the slow issue." We're like,
Wow.
What?
Okay.
So pleased that he and the other guys are getting a run at the ball, in all this stuff. And I guarantee you that they're selling okay compared to some of the other stuff on the shelf. That's why they're doing them.
Oh yeah, they already said Daredevil Black Armor #1 already went back for a second printing. Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't even mention. I know we mentioned about this like last month, but we forgot to mention JMD, like DeMatteis. He's returned as well, a big name. So
huge.
Ben Riley that series, miniseries,
and they're great. And I also will say, soon to be on the show, Tom DeFalco's Secret Wars book came out, and we did it on the show last week.
Nice.
It's a lot of fun. It's
I liked it.
I liked it too, and the artwork and everything, and just so much fun. Like really took me back to that mid-'80s Spider-Man feel. That Secret Wars feel.
Yeah, I missed that one. So what is it? Is it just like a mini? Is it or?
Yeah, it's the same as these other stuff that the guys are doing. It's Marvel
it's
Secret
behind
Wars.
the scenes stuff you didn't see during Secret Wars.
Okay.
It's off-panel stuff. It's got stuff with he's just got the black armor and he's doing stuff with Human Torch and et cetera, et cetera. It's fun. Like, it's good fun.
I like the was it the Jerry Duggan issue with Deadpool and he kind of it was during
Deadpool Secret Wars.
Awesome. That was so cool. Like because he was there. That
was absolutely great.
Yeah, that was really good.
I love all that stuff. Yeah, that's all that stuff's a lot of fun. Basically,
yeah, that's what I mean. Justin, we're talking about last night. I want to talk to DeFalco about so much stuff: Spider-Man, Spider-Girl,
DeFalco,
Thor.
Dazzler.
Dude, when I got him on the show, he was the nicest guy.
Oh yeah, I hear he's
and
great,
he was just so happy to talk and stuff. And like we talked him dry, the poor guy. But we'll get him on again because you're right. He's just one of those guys who's just got a ton of work. And he also, what I think is really fascinating about him is he ran it for so long as well. He ran.
Yeah, he was the editor too. Yeah,
he had a lot. Yeah, he had a lot of spinning plates, like editor in chief. He had to oversee a lot of things, and I think back then as well they were a lot more overlapped. Whereas, like now you have the Spider-Man office and the X-Men office, and they're very much kind of their own thing. But
he seemed like a really good manager of people, and he was quite happy to let people, if they were selling and doing well, he sort of was like, don't mess with the formula, Interesting. So we're gonna there's gonna be part 2 of that conversation. We're just gonna pick up.
But these 2 Scarlet Spider issues, it's like 2 different art teams, but the art is great on both of
both
these.
excellent.
Yeah, it's very different.
First issue, I mean, just the part of Kaine leaping at those guys, and then Dave mentioned that splash page.
Pure movie, right? Like what did they say? The lift's coming down, and it's like, I hope it's something nice. And he goes, a little bit naughty.
The guy goes, "Was it nice up there?" And you just hear Kaine go, "No," and the door's open. It was naughty, and he just
it's great.
I love that corny Christmas stuff. It's so funny.
It's almost like
totally.
Yeah.
It's out of like Die Hard style stuff,
exactly. But those splash pages are great. And there's another one in 12.1 where the hand just appeared. It was a whole page where that was really good as well. I mean, both very different artists, but they convey really good stuff. I'm just kind of thinking again, 12.1, how dark it was. It was like a 14-year-old girl that was just murdered. It was pretty bad stuff.
Well, it happens, man, in real life. Like, honestly, like it gave me shades of even darker than that. The Punisher 6-part of the Slavers, where Punisher basically goes after the same stuff. I mean, look, Garth Ennis takes it even darker, but it's the same basic motif and concept. And I mean, this is something I feel strongly about. I think the cops should be doing a lot more about this, and if not the cops, the armed forces, and really get out there and clean this mess up because it's in every country,
Yeah, I
And,
should reread that Garth Ennis run again. I've got the
Mm.
hardcovers. It's just what a heavy trip. But yeah,
I love it. Yeah, seriously, that was just how I liked it at the time, man. I was like, this is just going just hard. This is finally where we're somewhere where it's going hard enough for me, you know.
yeah,
And but this in one issue, I think,
yeah,
is very damn effective. And I just I feel like, to me, this putting Scarlet Spider in Houston, and actually not having Peter Parker cross over a lot, and I'm sure he
yeah,
will, but like it's really worked. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Oh, absolutely.
Creatively. So
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, there's always a mention of Houston, and like with a strong support cast, which he has, I think that really does help in him not having to lean on the guest
yeah,
appearances and stuff. So yeah, and look, just going back to because I was just thinking about that issue 12.1. I think Yost does really well in in kind of creating that dark tone, but not going too deep and just letting you kind of think about it. There's one
yeah,
line where I think Kaine's like, "Oh, you bastard! You killed a 14-year-old girl," and Tom, the gangster, says, "Oh, look, she's not the youngest one I've
yeah,
killed." Like, so that sort of kind of impression just
totally.
gives you a really dark kind of look into it. But yeah, no, really good. I'm glad he got his neck snapped at the end.
Oh, he deserved it.
Um,
Yeah, massively.
yeah.
Hugely. No, it was. Can I ask a question? What is the 12.1 like? I vaguely
Mm.
remembered Marvel doing this. Like, was there a reason for that?
I'm not sure. I mean, the Marvel did all that with all. I think
Marvel
most
now,
or all
right?
their books. Yeah, they
Yeah,
did.
yeah, they did
Where
a lot.
everyone
Yeah.
got like a .1 book. I can't remember what it
Yeah.
Okay,
was.
but in my mind, when they did that, it was usually like a lesser creative team, but not so in this case. It was the main
No.
writer, and yeah, it was cool. Okay,
It's almost as if it was like a little excuse to just tell this like one-off story.
yeah, yeah,
Just like slip it in, and then it won't really disrupt the continuity that
Mm,
much. And you had that last page at the end, the epilogue with the man and the
yes.
woman who turned into wolf. But other than that, it was all self-contained.
Yeah, it was great, and I can't find Scarlet Spider as Kaine Marvel Legends figure, guys, and I have been trying while we've been talking. So
Do you see? Sure, it exists. And like I've seen
yeah,
it.
no,
But,
I mean, yeah,
yeah,
hopefully it's somewhere. But
yeah.
like right now, Dave's at the bottom of the abyss, just searching. You know,
But I mean, yeah, the thing about these issues, I think the one overlying theme is like Kane's finally come to terms with like being a hero, or at least being the protector of Houston, and
Yeah,
at the end of that second issue, he even says he's like great power,
yeah,
great responsibility, and more like great power, the ability to rain down hell on
yeah,
these
yeah,
people.
yeah, it's
yeah, yeah.
great.
And the
I
fact
still
that
have a
he,
funny. Oh, sorry,
sorry.
go ahead, Ray. You go ahead
Oh
first.
no, just a little quick thing as well. And again, I love the writing. How Kaine also refers to himself as the monster a few times. Like
Mm,
I've got to beat these monsters just like me.
yeah.
So he's got that kind of weight on his shoulders as well. Sorry, Dave.
It's pretty gutsy that they went with Kaine as this character, because he was kind of fairly irredeemable in the Clone Saga, which
Mm,
we read. He was a
yeah.
pretty bad boy. But as you say, they rehabilitate him a little bit in Spider Island.
Hmm.
Excuse me, Spider Island, and no, I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we're doing it now, because I would recommend this comic.
Oh,
To
hundred
someone
percent.
who wanted that Spider-Man Punisher kind of crossover
Mm,
field. I think he slits right in there, and Phil, I can
yeah.
just see, you sent me through a link to the thing, so that's
Yeah,
fantastic.
but
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's it, Dave.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
we
agree.
needed
I
to
think
happen.
I think it's good. You couldn't do this obviously with Ben Riley. Kane's definitely the one to pick up this kind of mantle.
Although
But
they
yeah,
did make
he's
Ben Riley a baddie now, right? So
oh yeah, well yeah. Well, let's not talk about that. But
uh,
um, yeah, no. But Kane's really good, and I think you're right. It is a big ballsy step that they
hmm,
did pick him. But if anyone is to carry it through and kind of make you believe that this is a dark spider person,
yeah,
then Kane would do it. I mean, Spider-Man's done it as well. We covered that earlier on, didn't we? Phil, with the Spider,
the Spider,
when
yeah.
he was all kind of emo, or whatever. But no,
How
this is
long did
this
that
is another
last?
level.
Because I know at the beginning of the Clone Saga, that's what he's like. But how long did that last? Was it like a couple of issues, or was it more?
Yeah, it was only a couple, maybe
it's
maybe
a
a couple
bit.
months. That was it. Yeah, it didn't go.
It's
too
pretty
long.
funny. It's pretty humorous when he's referring to himself as the spider. Like, made me
Yeah.
laugh.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would say for like, I'm doing a bit of catch up. I'm a little bit behind my comics, and I finally was catching up on my Spider-Man titles, and so I'm up to like the end of, was it issue 11 or whatever, of Spider-Man with a Spider Boy, and that's it's a funny. I don't know, Dave, if you know about this other Spider
I know about it
character.
and I don't like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking
Yeah.
hate it. Actually, it's closer
So
to the truth.
weird.
I mean, it's,
I
Dan-
just
it's
look.
Dan
It's
Slott.
just it.
Dan Slott getting his way because it's just
Yeah.
like Spider Boy has his own ongoing series now. Like only one of issue's been out, but
He
it's
looks
just
like a manga character. Like he seriously looks like
yeah,
a
because I think is it Humberto Ramos who's drawing it? Because
Mm.
that's
I do like
But it's
Humberto
weird. I didn't
Ramos,
realize.
but yeah,
But it's like like Slott like jams through like a this brand new character gets an ongoing because people were even like, wait a second, this character who you just created is getting an ongoing. We can't get like a Ben Riley ongoing.
Sounds a bit
or,
like sounds a bit like Naomi to me. Similar.
it
Similar
does.
kind of.
It sounds a lot like is he going to get his own show, which is going to get cancelled after one season? Yeah, no. I tell you what's hilarious. Do you remember when Disney Plus did this documentary about like Marvel Comics, and one of the episodes was about like Dan Slott like taking forever to write an issue.
I saw part of that. Yeah.
What's hilarious was Richard on Signal of Doom just slamming Dan Slott like over just multiple episodes. And I was like, Rich, it's just a gag in the show. Like it's just a bit of a running joke. I don't think he's quite as useless as they're showing. Rich was just going to town on him like nuclear style. I don't think we're ever going to get Dan Slott on the show after what Rich finished with him. He was like, he's dead. He's done.
Scrub the internet. Gotta scrub the internet, Dave. No, it's fun. I did
fuck it. Leave it as a reminder. Him and that fucking idiot Akira Yoshida. But like, basically, it's a reminder that someone's calling them to account. You know?
Yeah. But no, I remember the part I saw. It is funny that they said, yeah, Slott's always late with his like scripts and stuff. Meanwhile, the artist he was working on, I forget which one it was, but like was traveling the country in an RV and could still get his work in on time, even though he wasn't at the office. Dan Slott was at the office like every day and couldn't get his stuff in.
And by the way, it wasn't like he was punching out pure gold, you know?
Yeah.
It was
again,
very mediocre content.
Yeah, Slott's always hit or miss with me. I think the thing I did like with his from Spider-Man was the Superior Spider-Man stuff.
Yeah. Oh, he
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Man, but
good. Yeah,
he's good Spider-Man, but it's also been a while, you know. And I don't know, like he's got good and bad stuff, but that was funny, that documentary, and Richard's reaction was just classic. He was just so over the top, like he was just swallowing up the fucking story fed to him by Disney Plus as if it was truth. I was like, Rich, I think they might be just building up a bit of a story here. Like I'm not, I don't think anyone could be so hopeless as what we saw in those ishes, you know.
So Ray, are you catching up on your Spider-Man because Gang Wars just started?
Yeah, no. So I went to King's today, Dave, as well. So I picked up my stuff, but I'm still behind. So I'm reading chronologically. But yeah, looking forward to it. I've got three covers of Spider-Woman, issue 1, which is good. There's a Bengal.
Spider-Woman #1 came out. That was good.
Bengal. Yeah, it's got a Moon Knight cover as well, which is good. Moon Knight. I'll definitely be reading it. I'm behind on Amazing Spider-Man, so I've just caught up with Spider-Man. But how's it all going? With
I mean, it just started like this week. Yeah, Spider-Woman #1 came out. The Luke Cage #1, that miniseries came out.
Oh,
that was
nice.
good.
Yeah.
And then I think it's like a first strike issue. It's like it's basically an extra Spider-Man issue comes out. That was good.
Okay.
Madam Mask pretty much kicks off the gang war. So.
Oh,
I like Madam Mask. She's cool.
Yeah, she's good. Yeah.
Oh, you should read it, Dave. Yeah, I think you'll like how she kind of.
I like gang wars. Yeah. It's looking good. Like it's just looking good. Just good, honest to goodness. Classic Spider-Man gang. Like
and then Daredevil, Elektra as Daredevil. Yeah. She's getting a mini series in that. Yeah.
Cool. Shang-Chi as well. Cool. I saw. I want to get the Luke Cage one because the cover looked awesome. I don't know who the interior art is artist is. But yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, because he's kind of wants to sneak out there and play hero, but he's mayor, so, and there's
He's
still
mayor, yeah,
all these superhero laws against.
Is he really, Luke Cage?
He's a mayor. Yeah, he's a mayor. Ever since,
Oh.
Well, he kind of ran after what was it in Devil's Reign because they
Devil's
were
Reign.
Yeah, Kingpin out of there because Kingpin was the mayor, so he was like,
did he use "Sweet Christmas" as like a campaign slogan?
Can't remember. He might have, but it was just like,
but he became really
gotta get Fisk out of there.
Yeah, he became really straight, like full on serious, right? Because he's taking the job really seriously.
It would have been funny if he wore the tiara, on his on his like
the chain belt.
Inauguration day comes out in the full on like 70s thing. I like Luke Cage. He's cool.
Luke Cage is cool. Yeah. But no, they're looking forward to Gang War. But yeah, we'll have to see. Back to Scarlet Spider. Anything else that we want to kind of track for there?
I mean, it's like we haven't talked a lot about the issues, but they're pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
I mean, in a good way. It's I do love in this issue. I guess you had to do it in that first issue where Kaine is drunk, because otherwise he would have mopped the floor with these guys in 2 seconds, and you would have been like, well, how do we fill the second half of this issue?
True. Yeah, very, very true.
And did we have a reason for why he's so drunk after 3 beers? Is
not the reason, but they did mention your favorite Minimum Carnage and the horrors that he saw. So he was kind of like drowning his, I guess, sorrow.
I think Dave's like, why is he such a lightweight?
I know.
A lot. I mean, I know. I mean, genetically, I think they have said like Peter Parker is not like a
I'll just shoot Peter Parker's
alcohol, so maybe it's just like his genetics.
Okay. And I did like that. They sort of referred to how messed up he was after that Minimum Carnage and seeing like all the miniature world and shit. Like, because sometimes this occurs to me when I'm watching shows, and I wish I wouldn't do it, but like I'm reading a comic book and it's very outlandish at times, and I just think, imagine if this was in real life and you're experiencing this, and it would just be so nutty. You know what I mean? Like, and so they sort of refer to that, which I liked, almost a bit of PTSD. I thought it was
23. Cool. 23 people dead. We talked about the amount.
Which still feels low for what we saw.
Yeah, it's still traumatic. Yeah.
I mean, come on, Dave. That story messed us up. I mean, can you imagine living through it?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Little people coming out of your face. I mean, that's pretty bad.
It's so bizarre. And the death count should have been way higher. They're like 23 died. I'm like, punch it up a bit. Like if you said 230 or something, like 23, like that's an average day at the office for these guys. Like,
maybe that's the point of the low body count, David. Because like if you had said like hundreds or thousands dead, and maybe wouldn't have seemed as real to him. But since it is like 23, like he could actually go and like see pictures of all 23 of those people. And just like,
he goes to the wall. But I mean, he must have killed 23 people in these 2 issues.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He mentioned.
Did he kill? Well, I guess some of those bad guys in the second. No, I don't think he killed anyone. I mean,
he didn't kill them. I thought he was killing them.
That guy's nose off. I don't think he killed anybody.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I wish he had killed them because, like,
people. Yeah.
I'm all about it. Like, if you're going to go up against these prostitution rings and stuff, you've got to like lay carnage. Seriously, like leave a body count, because otherwise it's just they get up and start again.
Yeah, but is it like if you kill them, their pain's over? But meanwhile, like that second issue, that guy has to live for the rest of his life with no nose.
True. Well, you leave a few like that, but you kill most of them. But you might leave a few like trophies without noses or something. Yeah, sure, okay. Cut off an ear or two. Cut off
an ear, send a message to the rest of the crims.
Yeah, that's it, man. Yeah.
Like I don't think Kaine at this point's going out there looking to kill people, but it's like, if if I accidentally murder a guy in a rage, one of these bad guys, it's not going to be, I mean.
So even those hand guys, he was just incapacitating.
No, I reckon he killed them. I thought that they would have like gone up in a puff of smoke, which is what they usually do.
Usually they're not like technically alive anyway. So if you stab them,
they're all undead. Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they're resurrected and all that.
Yeah, there's mystical stuff going on there. So
oh, okay. Well, you learn something every day. I did not know that. Okay.
We what this has shown us, I guess, these 2 issues and overall is that we need more Kaine, like in the now, like
Sure. Yeah, bring it on.
Bring him back.
I mean, he
Marvel.
does. I mean, again, it's a few years still now, but I mean, he does show up in that Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider series.
Yeah,
later on, right, by Peter David.
Yeah, he does. But I mean, as in his own solo title or something.
yeah.
That would be.
Bring it on. I'd be totally up for it if that
Yeah.
basically happened.
He was good in the Peter David's Scarlet Spider with Ben Reilly. That was really good. He had more of a
We'll get there.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we'll get there. Yeah,
He's basically. I'm thinking about it. Scarlet Spider's basically the Red Hood of the Spider-Man.
Very true. Very true. I would say
went
he's
over my
even.
head.
I love how Ray's like, I don't know anything about that stuff.
No idea. No,
and I would say he's better than Red Hood in my opinion overall.
Oh yeah.
Like I would actually say that. Like I think Scarlet Spider is a much needed character, and in an era where we're always looking for sort of that gritty kind of anti-hero character, he fills that spot perfectly.
Oh, he does.
I'd like to see a Scarlet Spider Kaine Punisher team up.
Oh yeah, or even Daredevil. It's something like really street level.
Of course, Ray has to throw in Daredevil. I mean, Daredevil can fucking drive the van, man. Like, let the real men get out there and, he can.
Yeah, just see what driving the van, the blind guy.
Geez,
with his radar sense. No, but how about this? Marvel Knights, Kaine, Punisher.
Ghost Rider.
I'm going to throw Ray a bone. Moon Knight.
Ghost Rider. Yeah.
What a team up that would be.
Blade. Get Blade in there.
Yeah, Blade. Although, Blade needs to up his game after what I witnessed in that last issue that I read.
Oh, right. Yeah. You're saying that series was not that good.
I will tease Dave next year, Dave, but I think it might be issue 18 of Scarlet Spider that we are going to get a Wolverine team up.
Yes.
Ooh,
yes.
Yeah.
That's what's
Wolvie. Get Chuck Wolvie in there as well.
Throw Wolverine in, man.
Yeah, we're going to get a Wolverine team up here in a few months. So,
like, that's the thing. If you throw all those cool characters in together, they might actually sell a few fucking comics. If you threw all those people in there, but instead it has to be like all the lamos getting issues. But I saw a thing today on Screen Rant before I logged on. It was like, imagine this concept art for the replacement Avengers, and so it took out all the movie Avengers and replaced them with all the shitty, like, modern Avengers. Like, it was like all the fucking C team and stuff. Like the Black Widow, not Scarlett Johansson, but whoever that other woman is, was right at the back. And I thought it was Scarlett Johansson, but I realized it was the other girl. And the rest of them it was just really bad concept art, like each one taken from their shows. And I was like, what a losing pack.
Yeah, Dave, they should have got Sydney Sweeney to play her sister in the movies. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
I should have had her front and center.
Imagine
wearing very little.
Sydney Sweeney in that Black Widow costume. Come on.
I think Sydney Sweeney would make a good Emma Frost. What do you reckon?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
You'd right, Phil. She would a White Widow. She'd be good as a White Widow as well.
But no, Emma Frost. That's like
Emma Frost. Please give me more Hellfire Club. I'll be her Sebastian Shaw.
Hell, Dave will be her chair.
Yeah, he'd kiss those fingers, I'm sure.
No, that's good stuff. That's really good stuff. But overall, 8 out of 10. No, 8.5 out of 10 for both.
Oh, nice. 8 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. Yeah.
8.5. I think they're very strong. I think they're very, very strong.
Oh, yeah. And definitely compared to last week. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I'd agree with Dave. 8.5. These motored along, both of them. They were easy to read. They were lovely to look at. They were just really fun. So yeah. I know. And contrasting. Two of them are very different stories, but both very good. So.
Yeah, consistent characterization, as well. So you felt like you're reading the same character. Even though it was different artwork, it felt like a great continuation. And honestly, if I was picking this up on the newsstand, I'd be rushing to buy the next issue next month.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say as well. Before I forget, I wanted to call out Araceli's powers. It seemed she instilled fear. Remember that into that Santa guy? I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. She started because we know that she can read people's emotions or minds and stuff. I found it really cool when she got into the head of the Santa guy and just made him just freak out. I thought it was good. Sorry.
Oh, that's one of my favorite scenes when the Santa comes in the room and Kaine's sitting there with that Donald guy and Donald goes, "Are you sober yet?" And Kaine just smashes his hand. He's like, "Okay, you're sober."
Yeah, that was good. So yeah, sorry, Phil. What did you make of these issues?
I'd say I either got to go with Dave's 8.5. I might even go as high as a 9 because I really enjoyed these. Yeah.
Yeah. I would. Yeah.
And
Totally would not disagree.
Maybe it's just the contrast too, because we did turn around this next episode pretty quick after the last one, and compared to last episode's
Oh yeah,
minimum carnage. Oh, these were
it just didn't have a hook. Yeah, the minimum carnage. It just didn't have a hook, a good enough hook to it.
Minimum carnage, minimum interest, basically.
Yeah.
That's when we jumped on. Yeah, Dave said, "Oh, I love these."
Phil. I'm here to tell you.
So sorry, Dave. Wrong button. All right, but yeah, no, I know, Dave. You were saying these ones were so much better. I said, yeah, because it's not part of a crossover. It's just pure, Scarlet Spider.
And I was making a comment, Ray, that isn't it funny sometimes that the crossovers so dilute the individual books? Like that happens so often.
Oh yeah. Time. Yeah, because
exactly. I think they're going to sell more books, but in the case of Scarlet Spider, I think it hurt them.
Yeah. It's crazy. No, but this is everything. I guess that's kind of everything wrong with modern comics from the big two, especially Marvel. So many of their crossovers just suck, basically, and they're overly long. But then you get back to the original story and creative team, and they're cooking on all cylinders. So it must be frustrating at times, having to play ball all the time. I know it's a sign of a good pro that you can do it, but there must be times when it is frustrating when you're writing your own character arc and stuff.
And on paper, it should be like a crossover should be able to bring a whole lot more to the table. You know what I mean? There's an opportunity to actually expand and include some characters that you wouldn't usually have. So, like on paper, crossovers should be. But you're right. I mean, they end up being kind of watered down because your favorite book has to cater for like the core book or for another book. Whereas it should be a lot more of I think a balanced kind of storytelling between all. Anyway, I don't know what I'm saying. It's probably harder to do than to say. But
I think we said it last time where it's just like really Kaine didn't get much to do in that crossover.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it was more of a Agent Venom.
Yeah.
It's when the story becomes lopsided. That's when crossovers don't work because all you're doing is just taking up real estate elsewhere to tell your story at the detriment of other characters,
especially when it runs through both books. Both characters getting equal share of the spotlight.
Yeah, they should. Anyway,
I love how this became yet another. Oh, that minimum carnage suck.
Well, just in case listeners, had forgotten, we got to remind them.
Look, and to be fair as well, I don't know if I'm stepping on anyone's toes here. Maximum Carnage was a bit of a slog as well. I've just got to say, it was a very long slog. It had some good points, but I
enjoyed it, but it was a lot better than Minimum Carnage, Ray.
So, it was way too long though.
Let's not try to rewrite history here, Ray. But I hear what you're saying, Ray. I do agree with you. Look, Carnage himself can be a chore. When he stays around too long.
But he can be really good as well, like in small doses.
Yeah. But give me Maximum over Minimum any day, Ray. So
no, give me Absolute Carnage. I really enjoyed. That was really good.
Bad. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that
long
one.
Ago.
I agree. I agree, Ray. Yeah. Didn't step on my toes too much, Ray. Just
dancing. You're dancing. You didn't step on your toes too much. Yeah.
Well,
did you give your grade, Ray?
I went after that. I said 8.5 as well.
Oh, yeah.
It was
8.5 from us and a 9 from Phil.
From Phil. Yeah.
Have we closed out another year? Wow,
yeah. This will be the last Spider Cast for the year. Yeah.
Wow,
all right.
We'll be back. We're only halfway through the series so far.
Oh, there's plenty ahead.
To come.
Like I said, in January, yes, we'll be doing Scarlet Spider 13 through 15. I know Ray mentioned those people turning into wolves. You know who that's supposed to be, Ray?
Jack Russell? No,
they're surviving Lobo brother and a sister.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Back from the 90s, yeah.
Okay, wow. Cool.
That's cool.
That's a deep cut. Yeah.
Which again, I mean, it does make sense. He's in Houston, Texas, and they were
Yeah.
originally from Mexico. So yeah,
Yeah, there's a good Deadpool team up issue, I think, with the Lobo brothers from memory.
Nice.
I think. Yeah,
Got to
I
read
think
more
I'm right saying
Deadpool.
that.
Love it.
yeah. Because I don't
it's
think
good
that I don't know. I don't know if they ever brought back Eduardo because they did kill him off in that '90s story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, kids, make mine Marvel, as I say.
No, Dave. You should be like, oh, here's your tagline, Dave. Make mine good Marvel.
Yeah, good.
Oh,
Well, I was going to say Marvel back then, not now. Kira Yoshida and Tom Brevoort running the show.
Make mine Marvel 1992.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Imagine if we ever get Brevoort on the show, and I just go, "Hey, how are you?" And I go, "You're a coward. You're a moral coward." I'd love to see his reaction, just like live, like here. He just like looking at me with like dead eyes. I'm like, "Yeah, that's right. You got it."
Oh, I'm sure he's jonesing for that appearance. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Showdown for the ages. Yeah.
You're not supposed to tell him ahead of time, Dave. Jeez.
Oh, sorry, I just got a bit excited.
All right. So, yes, again, thank you, gentlemen, for another great year.
Yeah. Thank you, Phil.
Cool.
Yes,
Thank
like
you,
I,
Phil.
like I
Yeah, it's
said,
a lot of fun.
eventually, we're gonna in a few months here, we're gonna get a Scarlet Spider Wolverine crossover.
Can't
team.
wait. Cannot
Love
wait.
it. Love it.
Yes.
Dave's gonna love that. That's probably gonna be a 9 or a 10 from Dave.
I'm already
Ooh.
feeling it's a 9, at minimum, at least.
He's going to be reading it already when we
Yeah,
switch
come
off.
on. Come on.
I'll be reading it. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I've got a brief thing. A listener of the show, Brian Biggie at In Demons,
Ooh.
he reached out and told me Ghost Rider 33 by Garth Ennis. Check it out, Dave. We did it on the
Ooh.
show. Incredibly good. The whole history of the Ghost Riders.
Wow.
I want to recommend it to all listeners around the world. Gathered around your radios. Ghost Rider 33, the Garth Ennis run. Check it out.
Cool.
It's fantastic.
Oh, that's another one. Did you see they're replacing Johnny Blaze yet again with a new Ghost Rider?
Oh,
Yeah,
what?
with the sort of emo girlfriend of
Oh,
Is it going to be her? 'Cause
her?
I thought they didn't reveal who the new Ghost, but I figured
What's her
it was
name?
gonna be
War
her.
Road or something?
I think they have
What's her
revealed
name?
that it's going to be her.
Okay.
Yeah,
I figured it was going to be
Talia
her.
or
Yeah,
something? Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah,
I
it's-
figured it was going to be her. Yeah.
yeah.
Really? Yeah. She's got a
yeah,
bit of
in-
magic already. Anyway.
in the
Yeah.
Benjamin Percy run. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, has some fantastic covers. Can I just say that?
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like,
No, I've been
I'll
enjoying
be
the
honest,
Ghost Rider.
I'm enjoying it more than Brian Biggie, I think, because I've been catching up on it, and I don't mind it. It's not fantastic, but it's pretty good.
Oh, I love the horror element of it. Yeah, I think it's good. It's got a dark kind of edge to it.
It should have too. Ghost Rider, man.
Yeah.
Roaming the highways, dude. Sometimes I feel like I am the rider.
Yeah, they've been spinning into that horror with some of their books, like Ghost Rider,
Hulk.
Current Hulk. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
The Hulk is great.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, because Philip K. Johnson, he's tapping into like American like folklore, which is so some of those things are based on like real folklore stuff, which is really good. Yeah.
Oh, the new issue. It looks like Hulk's about to fight a different version of Ghost Rider. It's like a guy from I guess World War II.
Ah,
Yeah.
Really?
yeah.
I've got to check this out, man. I've got to check
It's
this out
good.
hardcore.
Yeah. Hulk's really cool. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, there you go. Some decent books from Marvel. What do you know?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh my. All right. So yes. So I just want to say, thank you, gentlemen, for a good year. Stay tuned, kids. We're gonna it's gonna keep rolling into January. Yeah.
Bring it
That'd
on.
be good.
All right.
Bring it on.
So send us all your thoughts, kids, all your Scarlet Spider and all your favorite Marvel books. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-Capes. And remember, find all things Capes and Lunatics episodes, social media, merchandise. Again, come on, it's December. Pick up some Lunatics t-shirts or something for your loved ones. Come on. And of course, subscribe to our Patreon because once again, remember, it's a multiverse over there, and the one constant is Angry Little Hellfire. So yes, subscribe to the Patreon.
That doesn't change.
No. So find it all at tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. All right. Where can we get the brutal, honest, hard truth on Signal of Doom?
You can get it on Signal of Doom, punching out every week around the globe, signalofdoom.com, but we're on Facebook. We're on X. We're on, are we on Instagram? I'm not even sure if we are, but we're around. And one thing you can do is seriously Check us out at Signal of Doom on Twitter/X, and I put everything up there. And on the Facebook page, we've got a lot of big guests coming. Check us out, me and Rich.
Oh, nice. All right, Ray, you still podcast, right?
Yeah.
Cap hasn't taken over completely.
Not completely, no. Almost. Wins today were Cable versus Juggernaut. I lost at first, but I come away with the win there. So Cable did the job. But I still, you can still hear me on the air. Recently recorded another Into the Night, the Moon Knight podcast episode. We have new Spider-Woman issues to cover with Saren, but you can just catch me. Oh, and also obviously Predator. So Predator and Wolverine, Marvel have released that, which is really cool. It seems like the Predator has some sort of connection to Weapon X now, which is really weird. So yeah, but just catch me on social media at RayRayPod, REYREY Pod. It was just a really nice package. It was a big unit.
Ah,
A big unit.
Yep. That's it. I'm reading that Predator Wolverine too, Ray. It's good.
Yeah, it's cool.
The Hard Master.
The Hard Master.
Rumpy Pumpy.
Couple of balls down the gob.
Yeah.
That was Ben Riley.
Oh yeah, when he shot that in
Venom.
Venom's throat. Yeah,
That's it.
another good Scarlet Spider moment. Yeah. All right, kids. Thank you for joining us again. Come back next year. Loaf will be back next week, and then these boys will be back in a month. Talk more Scarlet Spider.
See ya.
Spider 13 through 15.
Happy 2023.
Remember, kids, spend your holidays punching bad guys in the face.
Kiss Marlene under the mistletoe.
Whoa!